Hey everyone, welcome to another episode. I know you guys have been itching for one, but we're back now and back to it. First off, we want to say a big thank you. We last week set up a Patreon page and memberships on YouTube. So a big thank you to our first subscriber, on Patreon, our first one, William. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to support us in that way, we will attach the links. However, it's not about that for us. We've got it there. It's one of those things. If you want to support us in that way, we'd be ever thankful for it. However, the comments, the suggestions, everything like that is valued just as importantly to us. So today's episode is a bit of a funny one. We're waiting to continue with the track. We've ordered some more cork. In what size have we ordered, Rob?
Proper size.
And what proper size is that, dear?
Not N-gauge.
So unfortunately we can't carry on with the main track at the moment until that arrives. So today, on a few suggestions, Rob is...
Suggestions.
Rob is going to be looking at the electrics. We've had a few people comment about different points, especially because it's such a long circuit, about having points that will just help it as it's going round. So Rob's going to be looking at that today.
I think what Grace means, going in a roundabout way as usual, we've had suggestions about adding extra power points around the circuit to ensure a smoother flow. People rightly noticed that a couple of the locos were struggling a little bit to get up the hill. We know it's not the locos themselves, so okay, that's the dog bringing some toys in. So we're just going to be adding a few extra power points around the two 00 gauge lines. Right.
Doggy.
We have a doggy. This is Mum's dog, Judy.
You just want to be in the filming.
She loves being part of the show. So Grace, now you can carry on.
Now we can carry on. Now it's not Gracie's.
Yeah.
So the only difficulty Rob's going to have with this is obviously our raised layers. It's putting it through 2 layers. So Rob's going to have a go with that. Electrics aren't my thing, guys. Definitely not. However, on looking at that part, going a bit back in time to our 6-year-old loco.
6?
6?
6?
60.
You said 6.
I thought it said 60.
You said 6.
Oh, okay. We've got some more of a 3-point track. Is it 3-point track? I always get it wrong.
3 rail.
3 rail track. So Rob's he's attached a point here. So it's going to look at doing a fiddle yard just for the extra carriages.
You got that right?
I know, I usually get it wrong. But on that, we've actually found extra bits that were in the bag of goodies. And we have little people, and not only little people, but a Grace size, a little matchbox for the people. Simple things please simple minds, obviously. But we're hoping with this to turn it in kind of like a storage area for our locos, because even once we've got the layer up, especially little small me, we can get under just to get them, but it just keeps them out of the way and safe. So the electrics are Rob's side. I'm going to leave that totally to him. I'm going to still work on trying to get horses, but...
Donkey!
Yeah, and a donkey. We have had this... Yeah.
Excuse us, guys. We had a minor technical hitch. The gimbal crashed. We're using a DJI Osmo gimbal. And I don't know if you remember watching us in Jason's live stream. It went wonky a few times. Well, it's just done that again.
It's a wonky donkey.
So would you like to continue, Grace? Now it's running again.
What, that I was just leaving while you're going to do the electrics? That part?
Minus the horses.
No, the horses are staying. And a donkey, and we might as well have a zoo the rate it's going. But anyway...
Yeah, the problem is, if you went into the zoo, they'd never let you out, so...
Thanks. So on that note, guys, I'm going to leave Rob for a bit. I'm definitely not going to even get involved in the electrics at this point.
Hello, guys and girls. So yeah, as Grace has said, we're putting some dropper points to increase the reliability of the power going to the 2 00 scale tracks. But while we're doing that, obviously I've got one of the top tiers off. That top tier will be coming off as well, having wire just about where that wire is there, and then putting one there. But going back to here, while I was taking this thing off, I was having a little muck about with the boxes and everything, and I've, like Grace has said, we've discovered various bits and bobs for the 3-line track. So what I'm going to do is create these 2 extra pieces of track for a small fiddle yard. It won't be seen as such, but it's a good place to store the rails. But we're still waiting on the cork to arrive after my stuff up. Buying the wrong cork. Always make sure you're buying the right cork. N gauge is smaller than 00 gauge, obviously. And I managed to buy N gauge, which is why that various bits were ripped up. And going too close to the zoom that out a bit, going too close to the side of that rise there. So yeah, we're waiting on the blooming cork, so we've got other things to do. Get this wiring sorted, get it soldered up. I think John's coming over as well to help me solder it, because I'm useless, in case you hadn't noticed. Oh well, so I'll get... What?
Rob!
What? Oh, guess who's here?
Guess what we got?
Oh, Mr. Postman's arrived.
I'm surprised you didn't have a doorbell.
No. And look,
Look, guys,
wait, hold it steady. 10 metres, 35 mil, 3mm, 00 gauge. So I wonder what Grace is doing today.
Would you mean actually doing something productive, yeah?
For once in her life.
Sorry, who's sorted out your mess before?
Berries. Train ferries.
Right, guys, I've actually got something to do with today as well, so we will catch you in a bit, I'm sure. Unless I've kind of interrupted what you're doing and you still have more to talk about.
Well, I was only saying that we've got to put these droppers in. I was also just going to add the main reason for it is because on the rise, I'm having to cut the track where it joins there and over to the Bridge of Doom. I like that. Someone called it the Bridge of Doom.
It's kind of stuck, isn't it?
Just in case, I shouldn't need to, but it's purely in case that I have to lift that. So yeah, we'll get on with this wiring.
Oh, I have thought of something as well.
Did it hurt?
Yes. It hurt a lot. It really
Do you need
did.
to go to lie down?
Yeah, I don't know if I can do the corking today.
Do you need a
know.
ambulance?
Yeah. So Biba.
Right, come on.
But we do also have, hopefully by the end of this video, a little announcement and kind of reveal to make as well. Not going to say any more on it yet.
But it is
Very special.
Seriously special, seriously important, and it might involve a few tears off a certain somebody, possibly.
So I think all round.
So yeah, we'll tell you about that in a bit, guys. We'll crack on with this and hopefully do this reveal towards the end of the video. Okay, take care. Catch you in a bit.
Bye, guys.
Just a quick interlude, guys and girls. John's been around today to drop off a few things, including our surprise reveal later on. But we've just had this Gagemaster 4-track controller Series Q. We did have the Duet earlier, and I've got to say I am seriously impressed with this because of one major thing, and that is the old girl here. I have never had her crawling at that speed, and I can get it a lot slower again. Literally just running along. I didn't realise John took her away. She had a new motor put in her because the old motor had gone, so she's had a little bit spent on her. So the loco herself was fully capable of doing whatever speeds, but the controller wasn't, clearly. Just thought I'd add that into the chat, guys.
Hi guys, so this is probably a little bit of a mystery for you as well, but this is all set up for when Angie gets home. She's off seeing David today at the care home, so we've got this all set up to do the reveal once she gets back.
Okay. Right, come in here. Can I stand there? Come on, Ray. Come back a bit. Come back. Come back. No, this way. Carefully pull that polystyrene away towards you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Right, just so we don't bore you with anything else, guys. That's the sign up. A little bit of a stronger reaction of Mum than I actually expected. We've got a couple of droppers. I think that's what they're called. We've got one there. You can't see it. Oh, well, you can roughly see it. One in there. That's Grace doing her gluing. And then we've got another one there. We had to place that away from the track purely because of this central support here. But we won't bore with the rest of it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Any feedback, tips and hints, welcome. So from me and a certain young lady there
Who's cooking tea?
who's cooking spaghetti and nagging me about how much, we'll say thank you for watching.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you again soon.
Bye bye.